Hi, it's Kelsey with Third Eye Roll. I'm going to be pulling a few cards to do a collective this lovely Monday. It is the end of March. I believe it is the 23rd of March. Yes, Monday, March 23rd of 2026. Mercury just went back direct, so that was kind of the last of the little chaos bundle that I'm aware of anyways. I think that all of the planets have realigned and are direct right now, so we should have a little bit of a recovery period. I don't know that we'd call it that. But so for the collective today, I started off by pulling an animal card, and let's just get right into it. So if dragons mean anything to you, any sort of significance, signs, synchronicities, whatever, take it. If it resonates, leave it. If it doesn't, okay? We're just going to start here and we'll kind of clarify from there. Elemental magic, fortune, longevity. Dripping with ancient magic and wisdom, the mythical creature transcends challenges and offers you valor, bravery, and courage in the face of the unknown. The dragon is the guardian of your hidden treasures and invites you to dive deeper into the secret map of who you are on a soul level. What hidden desires are you keeping locked up? Although doing so keeps them safe from harm, it would be a disservice to hide your passions and gifts from others. Let them roar. Ignite the way to your personal truth, no matter who or what stands in your way. On this quest, use the alchemical elements of air, fire, water, and earth to aid you. Dragon medicine is dynamic. It can provide metaphysical knowledge to move through space, protection from evil forces, and the wingspan to keep flying beyond the stratosphere. Let yourself be known as the dragon guides you to your limitless potential. I mean, that's as good of a start to a reading as we could probably get, huh? Okay, let's see what else we need to know about this. I'm also using this oracle deck, which is the Talisman Oracle deck, if you'd like to see it. We'll see what kind of comes out for this. What else do we need to hear about the dragon here? What do we need to focus on to be in this energy, Spirit? There we go. That makes sense too. All right, we're just going to kind of read these ones because they're really good. They're well written. That helps. And then we'll see if there's anything else intuitive that comes in. Concealment. You've taught yourself how to be strong, how to be a go-getter, and how to protect yourself. You've conquered obstacles because you know where you stand, and hiding behind a mask can feel safe. When you conceal your true identity and don't let people fully know you, they can't hurt you. The glamorously painted faces look very appealing and provide a sense of shelter. However, if you keep avoiding connecting on a deeper level, it can leave you feeling vulnerable and alone. Commit to making choices that are better for your unique essence and purpose. And then the second one that flew out here was Blessed Day. From sunrise to moonset, you are blessed to have good luck. If you see this card in a reading, know that today is your day to act upon your wishes. The silk moth is a symbol of internal transformation and hope. Start directing change towards what you want to achieve. It all starts with believing that you can. Joy and happiness will surround you and follow you the entire day. Spread your wings, embrace the beautiful energy, and share it with the rest of the world. Okay, I did hear as I was kind of reading through that, some of you might relate to the story of Hephaestus. That has been really relevant to me recently. Black dogs might be significant. I've got one moving around right underneath my chair right now. Dragons definitely could be significant. You're going to know if this is for you. You're already going to know that. You don't need any of this symbolism. What else does whoever is hearing this and relating to it need to hear? Interesting. Okay, so you've probably had, oh, that's interesting. I put those together. The dragon in the tower. So you probably have had a few tower moments recently. You've probably had a lot of, well, I'm hearing old patterns. You're probably having old patterns or old ways of being just kind of melt away. I'm not even seeing that there's like, I mean, there could be like chaos and destruction, and it could definitely feel that way. But it's almost like the changes that are starting to take place are things that your body and your nervous system and your mind and your emotions are just naturally starting to do, and you're like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. Interesting. You are kind of at a phase in your life where you do have a lot of uphill battle, so you might have to kind of really stand up for yourself a lot. You might have to assert your opinions or your feelings, or just kind of like make sure that you're seen and heard in a room. It's not even necessarily that the people around you don't do that, but you are being asked right now to make sure that like there's no way that they miss that. Your feelings, your opinions, your experiences, whatever you're feeling the need to communicate, whatever you're feeling the need to like advocate for yourself on, it is very important that you do that. And it's not even necessarily because there's going to be opposition. I think that a lot of you will find a lot of, instead of opposition, because opposition has probably been the response in the past, remember that like other people are also kind of having this tower moment happen where there's a dissolving of the way that things used to be. So they might even respond in a different way that you're not expecting to either. I'm seeing that with this, like you standing up for yourself, you defending your position, protecting your territory, standing up for like what it truly is that you believe in, setting those boundaries really is what's going to cause this alignment to come into play. And that could be in a relationship. It could be, I'm getting this could be applicable in a lot of different sectors of your life. But I think that the key here is that there's inner value alignment and harmony that comes with you standing up for yourself at the end of the day. I also think that there's a little bit of a reward where the universe or your higher self or whatever is trying to almost reward your nervous system for doing this by giving you something in return to start building that like dopamine pattern, where normally we probably are comfortable with the chaos more than the silence or the quiet, or when nothing's really happening at all, we're a little bit uncomfortable. That kind of is shifting from liking the chaos and liking all of that to learning what it means to like peace and what it's like to experience what that alignment really feels like. And so it's almost like we need to ease into that, because you spend so long doing it the other way to try to, desperately try to make things fit together, or try to align things, or try to set your path so that it may align in that way. Like you kind of like pre-dig it so that you're like, okay, I'm seeing at the beach. This could be relevant to somebody. When you're digging a tunnel at the beach and you pour the water down on one end and then the rest of it kind of runs down into the ocean, you can kind of pick your paths, right? But what you can't do is foresee that if you pour this water on the end here, over here, if you pour this water in at a certain velocity or whatever, you can't actually control if that is going to follow the path that you already kind of pre-dug for it, or if it's going to be like, well, I have enough momentum, I'm actually going to kind of veer off this way, which you didn't see coming, but like I did, because you just had your blinders on this one thing that you thought should and could and would happen in this way. So that's also a good reminder to kind of take off those blinders and remember that like whatever divine timing looks like, it's divine timing, it's not our timing. So there might be other things that kind of come up. There might be other situations that we're having to like reassert ourselves. There's a couple of different things that we're really just kind of having to break open the armor and just be very honest with ourselves, and then be honest with everybody else around us. That is what the universe is calling for right now. So if that resonated with you and you want to kind of look more into what that means personally, I do personal readings and I also do them on live. So if you're wanting a recorded reading kind of like this but more directed into your energy, please let me know. I have those available on my website to order, and you can also send me a DM. The links are in my bio for that. If you pop by my live, I do have some options as well there. I'm usually live Monday through Friday. This week's gonna be probably a little bit different, but personal readings are open really anytime. So I hope you have a good rest of your week. Channel your dragon energy. Channel your dragon energy. I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy one, but it is productive. So, best of luck. Carry your good vibes with you this week. See you soon.